Copilot is a very popular tool that lots of developers are using these days. But if you're a junior developer and you're using Copilot, you're probably hurting your career more than you're helping your career. Today, I want to give you 3 reasons why Copilot is bad for you if you're a junior developer. And then I want to give you a couple of ways that you can actually help yourself grow to the point where you can use Copilot effectively. Hey, junior devs, Dev Mentor Dave here, helping you bridge the gap from learning to code to launching a successful career. And part of that success is knowing what tools you should use and what tools you should not use. If you're a junior developer, then Copilot is one of those tools that you should not use. Copilot is an AI automation tool designed to work with your IDE to help you write code faster. So it's going to look at the code that you've written. It's going to see what you're starting to type in, whether that's a prompt to tell it what you want it to write, or it's just auto-completing what it thinks you're trying to write when you start writing code. And it's there to try to help you go a little bit faster as you're building things out. This sounds like a great opportunity for junior developers to really push out a lot more code than they could on their own, right? So why is that a bad thing? Well, the first reason is that AI-generated code needs to be used intentionally. What do I mean by that? Well, as a junior developer, when you're writing code, a lot of times you're kind of learning and trying to decide what you're doing while you're writing it the first time. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean that you're understanding exactly what you need to do the first time. Now, if you don't know what you're trying to do with that code, AI is not going to help you with that problem. As soon as you start writing code and Copilot jumps in there to try to help you out, you're just going to accept it, and you may not even really know what you're accepting. You're just doing it to move faster and assuming that it's right. One of the jokes about developers is we often tend to go to places like Stack Overflow and copy code and paste it into our projects and not really necessarily read through it or know what's going on with it. We just see something that looks like it does what we want it to do, and we copy paste. And that can happen with Copilot as well. It may look like it fits with what you're trying to do, but in reality, you're not really being intentional with it. You're just trying to be fast. See, a senior dev can use something like Copilot and have the right information and the right prompts to get Copilot to help them code faster. But if you don't know what those prompts are, if you don't know exactly what you're trying to do, you're probably going to waste more time trying to build something with Copilot than you would trying to just figure it out on your own. So AI-generated code needs to be intentional. Hey, thanks for letting me be a part of your developer journey. We're in the process of building a community where junior developers can grow their skills and take that next step in their career. So if you're finding this content helpful, would you help me get this message out to more people by clicking the like button? And if you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified the next time I upload a video or the next time I go live, which is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central United States time. Also, don't forget you can take your involvement with the Dev Mentor Dave community to the next level by joining our Discord server via the link in the description. Thanks again for your help, and I'll let you get back to the video. The second reason Copilot is bad for junior developers is because AI-generated code needs to be reviewed. As a lead developer, one of the things that I have to do is I have to review pull requests from different people on the team. And what's interesting about reviewing pull requests, and this is very common throughout the industry, so it's not just me as a bad lead, but one of the things that we do sometimes is we look at the pull request, and if it has lots of files that have been changed, we don't spend as much time as we should going through and reviewing everything to make sure that everything was coded well and coded correctly. We kind of tend to slide through that a little bit faster. But if it's a short one, those short ones often tend to get a little bit more comments because, yeah, I'll take the time to actually review this. But if it's a long one, we'll just kind of, it looks close enough. I think it'll work. Approved. Well, unfortunately, that same thing happens a lot with Copilot generated code as well. See, again, Copilot is just a tool. It's not really another developer. It's not as smart as another developer. If we have to review junior developer code and senior level developer code, then we certainly need to review code generated by artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, junior devs usually don't have enough knowledge to do a good job of reviewing the code that Copilot writes. They tend to just look at it, and if it seems to work and they don't have any issues with it, they just kind of move along. And at the end of the day, if that happens with the junior dev, and then if the senior dev or the lead dev doesn't check it as well in the PR, now you've got code that may not be very good code getting pushed out to production. So AI code needs to be reviewed. And unfortunately, junior devs just don't usually have the experience to do that well. The third reason why Copilot is bad for junior devs is that AI generated code often has to be refactored. Now, this goes along with the last one that I said, that it needs to be reviewed. But if you can't even review it well, how in the world are you going to know how to refactor it? See, again, Copilot is just a tool. It's just something there to help you. It's not there to be a full-fledged developer. And unfortunately, if you don't know what the code is that you need to write and you're leaning on this AI to write the code for you, how in the world are you going to know that it's wrong? Or how are you going to know how to fix it? This is why Copilot is great for senior devs and for those who've been doing development for a long time, because they understand what code they're writing and they can see the pitfalls and the problems, hopefully, in the code that Copilot writes, and they can tweak it and manipulate it and fix it and refactor it so that it does what it's supposed to do in the right way. But unfortunately, most junior devs just are not there yet. Can you get there? Absolutely, but you're not there yet. So stop using AI generated code in your projects. Okay, so hopefully I've convinced you as a junior dev, don't use Copilot. But it is still a good tool, and it really does help senior level developers. So how can you build your skills in order to get to the point where you can actually use it and use it successfully? Well, there's two things that I think will really help you excel and move forward in your journey from junior dev to senior dev to be able to use Copilot successfully. The first one is practice reviewing pull requests. Now, if you're a junior developer, if you have a job, you probably are not the person that they ask to review pull requests, but review them anyways. In fact, review them, and if you don't understand something, ask a question to the senior dev. Why did you do that way? And they'll say, because Copilot told me to. No, hopefully they don't say that. They just explain to you why they built it the way that they built it. But that's a great way for you to understand. Learn to read through code, understand what it's doing, and look for things that don't quite look right, or look for ways that it could be better. So do your own code reviews. If you don't have a job, then work with some friends who are developers, or just go to a random GitHub account and just start reviewing some of the pull requests and see what you can learn about how people write code. See if you can follow the logic. See if you can find areas where maybe that's not the best way to do that. Maybe you have a better idea of how to do that. And then on top of that, actually pull down the code and try to write it better. Take a look at some function that somebody wrote and see if there's a cleaner way to do it. See if there's a more succinct way to do it, a way to do it with less code than they did it. Spend your time reviewing PRs and trying to refactor other people's code. If you will put in the effort to learn how to review code and to refactor code, especially someone else's code, then you will very quickly grow to be able to use something like Copilot to help you write good code in the future. Of course, if you want other opportunities to do that, you can always join the Deep Pockets project, as we are building a community project together, and we're going to need people to review PRs. So this would be a great opportunity for you to jump in and build your skills. Hey, I hope this has been a help to you in your development journey. And if it has, could you click the like button for me? It just helps me get this out to more people and try to help more junior devs in their development journey. And if you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified the next time I upload a video or the next time I go live. Right now, I'm going live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central United States time. I'll see you on the next one.